This is a HeadGum podcast.
So this is kind of one of those like late night at the end of the day kind of shows.
Yeah, we're feeling extra.
I confuse the shit out of Chris because when we do these kinds of late night shows, for some reason, if I like really want to be up, I'm just like, you got to get me a latte out. Like, even though we have espresso in the house, like,
yeah,
I just have to get a latte out. And I confused Chris because I was like, let's do half calf, you know, so that I'm not up all fucking night because I have to be up really early tomorrow. And he was like, wait, I'm very confused by this. And, like, I can't remember the last time I ordered a half-calf drink.
I don't know if you've ever done that in the time we've dated.
I know. That's like a Starbucks life hack, not really, but, like, that's, like, something that I learned at Starbucks, and I was like, oh, shit, that's actually really smart. And at Starbucks, at least at the location I was at, the espresso machine, you could just, like, choose that, so one side would pour out a caffeinated one. But
you added an extra layer of complexity to your drink.
Normally my drink is not that pretentious, but tonight it honestly was. But it is fucking flawless, and I'm really enjoying every sip.
It's like your drink is like a whole sentence.
Get
out of here.
You should have seen me when I was like first getting into Starbucks, and I remember I was such a dweeb, and I like really wanted to work there when I was younger, and then I did, and I was like, wow, not a great idea. But when I was little, they had this like booklet thing at Starbucks, and it showed you like how to order properly, because you know they have like so many boxes on your fucking cup, and you're like, how do I say this? Yes. And so they taught you in this little booklet thing that probably no one else read ever. It was like, you know, the correct order to put things in. And so when I came to Starbucks, I already like knew that, and so that was like,
wow, you were destined.
I know, it was really fucked up. It's still like not the worst place to work, but like, damn, it is kind of stressful.
This is Coffee with Rachel.
Clearly, I wanted to talk about coffee today. I'm Rachel.
I'm Chris.
And we both have some lattes. Is yours half calf?
No, it's just half the shots.
Oh, okay. Just the normal amount, actually.
Yeah, equal amount of shots, but wait, no, it's not. I'm confusing myself now. God damn it, this is so hard.
No, it's fine. Because, like, we got grandes, and I always put 4 shots in a grande because otherwise it's too sweet.
I'm a sweet binge, so I don't need to do that.
Yeah, so that's why I did the half calf, because I was like, I don't want the caffeine of 4, but I want the flavor of 4, if that makes sense. I'm so annoying.
That's how you know you actually like the flavor of coffee.
Yeah.
If you order decaf, I feel like that just means that you just enjoy coffee for its flavor.
I almost got decaf, but I am a little tired, and I want it to be like Beppo for this, you know?
Yeah.
By the way, Beppo is like when you are just like, not hyper, but I would just say like pumped, but like in a chill way.
Yeah.
It's like you've got a little bep in your step. I know it's bop or something else.
I wonder if that's the Joe or the basement.
Oh my god. That has to be the basement, Beppo. Buca de Beppo.
So you were just dragging my bagel choices.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. So before we got recording, like, I've barely eaten anything today, and I was just kind of thinking, like, this is going to be a little while, and I'm going to probably be really hungry after this. And so I was like, shit, we don't really have anything quick. And Chris was like, well, you could, like, have a bagel. And I was like, oh, that's true. But I don't really ever eat Chris's work bagels, you know, the infamous work bagels.
If you follow my Twitter, you know the saga of my bagels and them being stolen at work and stuff. So, like, those are bagels. They play a key role in our lives.
We told everybody listening that you got HR involved in that, right?
I think we did.
Okay, good. Can you believe that? I love it, personally.
I'm getting shit done, guys.
Making moves.
Yeah.
So anyway, he has a designated, like, tube of bagels, and he buys specifically the Trader Joe's cream cheese because he knows that I only stand for Philadelphia.
Well, I mean, I don't feel like going to a whole nother store, too, just for Philadelphia.
Yeah, but I know that you do it because you know that I don't want to be eating a bagel every day because I will. If that Philly is in the house, I absolutely would. So he kind of like caters to me in a way in that department.
Listen, guys, I don't really know the difference between Philly and, the other types.
There's huge flavor, texture. Oh my God, please. Anyone out there listening, if you are a Philadelphia slut, hit me up and tell me how you feel about other cream cheese brands, because even Philly whipped, I'm upset about.
I was just going to say, how do you feel about the whipped?
No, I don't care. Fucking the rectangle is already spreadable enough.
Yeah.
How crazy are these people? How flimsy are the wrists? I gotta know.
How about the flavor?
It's not okay.
Okay.
It's only the brick,
bones.
which I'm sure is like the worst one for you. That's why it's like...
That's how I feel about all of this, too.
Yeah. They put on the back of the Philly cream cheese things, are like, put 6 bricks of this in a bowl and you have a cake. You know what I mean? So, anyway, so I was like, you know what? Maybe I'll just fucking, like, deal with it. I'm so hungry. I'll fucking eat one of his bagels and the goddamn Trader Joe's cream cheese. Like, I'll do it. And then he tells me they're fucking cinnamon raisin. Are you, like, I was about to commit. I was about to just, like, put my own feelings aside. And then you put out cinnamon raisin. Chris, I don't like it.
I enjoy it a lot. I mean, when I used to go to Panera Bread, I used to get the apple cinnamon crunch one.
The cinnamon chip shit?
Yeah, the one that has, like, a layer of sugar all over it because I love sweets.
Bagels are meant to have locks on them. So,
listen,
savory.
It's basic bitches like me that ruin it.
I don't care. Sandy Cohen would not fucks with a cinnamon apple raisin bagel.
Yeah.
I'm just telling you.
Oh.
I don't know. You said apple at one point in there, and I just went with it. It's fine.
Listen, maybe it's all part of my plan. I know you won't touch the Trader Joe's. I know you won't touch the cinnamon raisin.
I literally sat here and I was like, I'm trying to think of one instance in which I would choose a sweet bagel over a savory one. And I cannot think of it.
I gotta say, I've actually been enjoying the bacon, egg, and cheese on a bagel, but a cinnamon raisin bagel. It's a nice, interesting combination of sweet and savory.
I feel like that's like the McMuffin waffle thing. I never had that before.
True. I've had it once in my life. Never again, because it was horrible.
Doesn't it like ooze syrup?
Yeah, and it's really weird. And you know how I feel about things that ooze from interiors.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why he likes me. My eyes do that every 5 minutes. Like, ooze from interiors. Okay. Well, Chris is lit. Yeah, I just... Out there, you guys listening, please tell me if you choose a sweet or a savory bagel. I would like to know. Maybe we should make a Twitter poll.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure. I mean, that's literally pitting one flavor against, like, all of the rest of the flavors.
Yeah, I know. Or an everything bagel. Like, eat my ass. And you know what everything leaves out? Fucking cinnamon raisin. They got everybody else. And you'd think that they would do, like, the sweet and the salty. But no. They fuck them over because even the everyone...
It's not really everything.
It's everything but the worst flavor of bagel. I would even fuck an egg bagel over that one.
Ooh, those are good.
And oh my god. I mean, they're like bright yellow. It's fine.
Listen, don't drag the egg bagel.
they like, what highlighter does she use?
I'm feeling very judged about my choices.
Is it me or our egg bagels always have like a slight shine? What highlighter? Is she using the skin fetish? Anyway.
You're not wrong.
I unboxed this like the most lit makeup product. It's like a designer product and it comes in this bag filled with like 1,000 golden sequins, and I never felt so luxurious, but also I was thinking about it, I'm like, how cheap was it to manufacture this to make it look luxe? Like, sequins are not expensive.
Oh, no, I'm sure that probably costs like 5 cents.
I know. I know. And like, you get 3 products for like $70, which like sounds horrible, but like, listen, we're on to the next one there. But Chris was like, we were getting all the sequins. He's like, do you want to keep them? Like, I spent $70 for this bag of sequins. Like, I will absolutely keep them.
You can, mail them to somebody and ruin their day.
No, Brighton. Maybe. I guess not. I don't know. They were everywhere though. I'm gonna wake up. Brighton. So our next episode actually is gonna have a guest on it, a third voice, if you will.
Oh my god! And it was an interesting one to film, like setup wise.
Oh yeah, I was like, we were so intimate, Chris. We were holding the mic together. We were like,
we were on one mic, and I've never felt closer.
Yeah. And our friend Paulina, who is PB Bunny 97 on YouTube.
That's Peanut Butter Bunny.
Yeah. She is like Coffee with Rachel's #1 fan since the first episode.
She's been standing since before the show even existed, honestly.
Like she was probably the first one to order a Coffee with Rachel mug. Still available at districtlines.com/Rachel Whiters. It's me. Who is she? We probably said that 18 times on the podcast. It's great. We talked about when I first met Paulina. We even creeped back and found the first thirsty DMs and the time that we both met Laverne Cox together and took sneaky photos.
So a lot of things happen.
Yeah.
There's highs, there's lows, there's tears, there's laughs.
I hope. We haven't listened to it yet, but we're hearing that the memories I have of it seemed good.
They're fond.
Yeah, they are
them.
fond. But yeah, so stay tuned for that. That'll be coming out on Sunday.
Yeah, and another thing that we realized this week that we didn't know that happened was we passed a milestone with this show.
Yeah, we had no clue, and then my manager asked for analytics, and then we figured it out.
And then I counted the number of downloads this show has had, and we've passed 1 million downloads, guys.
Wow.
That's
incredible.
Fucking wild.
When did we start? August 6th?
August 6th. It's been...
What is it now?
What is math? Honestly,
Please,
I don't know.
Chris, this is your
One,
forte.
2... okay, it's been like 9 months.
Oh my god. We've come to term. My water just broke a million times.
We are birthing now.
I'm in labor. The next episode is the birth. Anyway, so that's really lit. Thank you for listening. That's incredible.
Here's to the next million. Clink.
Clink. Okay. Where's my YouTube play button?
Oh my
that's
god.
For fucking subscribers.
Where's
what if
my
we got,
podcast?
Where's my head
button?
come? But yeah, so that's really awesome and incredible and fucking unreal, honestly.
Yeah, still wild. Why
another,
are you guys here?
Yeah, another milestone that's happening tomorrow is I'm about to go blonde.
You're about to join me in being a blonde bombshell.
True. I actually went back today on Facebook and I saw that I went blonde, I did not. I went red for the first time in March of 2010.
Ooh.
So it's just been like over 6 years now.
That's wild.
And so it's time. I originally, I've been setting this appointment back every week. I'm like, I'm going to push her back again. And it's just because it's like such a big change for me. And I know it's going to be like hella money. So there's that part.
Little anxious rube.
Yeah. And yeah, anxious rube just making an appearance. And I've been pushing the appointment back because this sounds so shitty, but I was, the salon that I go to, there's there's a few people that do color and you can follow them
There's
on Instagram.
only one person that's running this place and cutting everybody's hair.
Just one. And there's this one person in particular that's never available, always booked solid, and has the most amazing hair transformations on their page on Instagram. And because I couldn't get in with him at first, I looked around for another artist that was just as good, and I found one, and I'm sure she's great, but at the same time, I knew that he had this expectation of being the best one there, and this is not a safe procedure.
This is something that's,
could be fucked up.
Dangerous.
And also, I live a life on camera, so it's gotta look good, you know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
But anyway, so basically I kept pushing my appointment back and back, and then today I was on Instagram and he posted a little oh, hey, I have a cancellation for tomorrow for exactly what I'm getting done, and DM me if you're interested. And I was just on a whim. I saw it 10 minutes after he posted it. I totally figured someone had already snapped him up. Mm-hmm. And I just DM'd him. I was like, fuck it. And he was like, yeah, sure, let's do this. And it fucking happened. It's booked. When you guys are listening to it, if you're listening to this on Thursday,
you're most likely in the chair.
I could be in the chair. Bleach applied.
Oh,
toning underway. So that's really exciting. I feel it was fate, it was supposed to happen. Maybe that was why I was pushing off, because I really wanted to go to him, and I'm really excited because I feel I'm just fucking doing it, and I've been trying to do this for a year now. I've been at first I wasn't gonna tell anyone online because I knew people were very attached.
Maybe they won't notice.
Yeah, right. I just know people get attached to someone's signature look, and I have been red since I've made all of my YouTube stuff. So it's, look at our fucking album art, which we won't change. It doesn't matter. She lives on. Who knows? I could be red in a year. Probably not, because I'm spending an arm and a leg, but maybe someday.
Listen, guys, I've only known Rachel as a redhead.
Yeah.
we started dating after you dyed your hair red.
I've pretty much only known myself as a redhead. My previous color was just like mouse brown.
Yeah.
And like that's not that far from red. So, you know, this is like, I mean, I haven't been blonde since I was like in middle school, swimming at the pool every day in the summer, not wearing enough sunscreen, and I have the dark spots to show for that. So.
All right, yeah. So we got the hair things going on tomorrow, and there's just like been a million things that we have going on this week and next week, and so
yeah. And then your sister comes in, and my guitar, which I just kind of like remembered, is actually going to be here.
It's a week from today.
A week from today, I'm going to be playing so much Fleetwood Mac.
Oh my god,
by myself.
Like literally a week from this moment in time, because
Ew.
I think she comes in at like 10:30 at night, which is when we're recording.
Please send all of your. What airline is she flying?
That's a great question that I don't know the answer to.
Damn it. I was going to say, like, send all your good vibes to that airline for them not fucking losing my guitar or your sister. Like, two important things. Because that would be fucking not okay. Like,
yeah, no, definitely. And that makes it in good health.
Yeah.
Both of them as well.
Like, I don't care if I have to restring her, but, like, please keep the neck attached.
I mean, you're definitely going to need a retune on that one.
Oh my god, I'm gonna have, it's literally been going through different climates for 2 years. I'm gonna have to tune it for like, I mean,
ever.
I don't know. It probably won't take me that long, actually. But I gotta, like, remember how to tune it, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's been a while, but luckily I have, like, a little electric one somewhere.
Oh, yeah, you got the little thing on it that
it's on
helps
it,
you
yeah.
out.
I forgot. You know? Those batteries are dead.
Oh, yeah, it's definitely dead.
Yeah. But yeah.
Yeah, so we have all this busyness going on, so we figured, you know, let's just have more of a questions-based episode, because...
Yeah, we've gotten a lot of questions.
Yeah, so we asked on Patreon and Instagram and Twitter. You can follow us on all of those places for times when we ask for questions.
Yeah, so just use the hashtag CoffeeWithChrachel anywhere, pretty much.
You don't have to use it on Patreon, guys, because, you know,
we know why you're there. Like, we don't have to filter. We got this.
Yeah, so speaking of Patreon, I will just start with questions that are on there. I don't know why I just thought of this, but did either of you have a Furby when you were younger? Weirdest toy ever.
I think my sister did, but I don't think I did.
There's definitely been Furbies that have existed in my homes. They were never mine, and I'm not sure whose they were, but like, they have definitely been there.
The mystery.
They've just been hanging out. With their dead stares and the weird chirping.
I think we had one, but I think it was very short-lived. Like, I'm pretty sure my mom was like, fuck this, and got rid of it because it was so annoying. And I think it's really
weird.
It would go off a lot when you would be at night, you know?
Yeah.
Didn't it, like, always need you?
It was
it's
kind of like
Tamagotchi.
I was just going to say, it's kind of like a Tamagotchi. It just sometimes wanted to talk to you.
Yo, speaking of Tamagotchis, I had the coolest one. It was like an Ariel, the Little Mermaid collaboration with Tamagotchi, you know? Like they did like an integration or whatever, a collab. And it was like shaped like a shell, and you just nurse for a little aquatic alien, aka my shit. Yeah, you know. And I never got to like actually make it thrive and live and go to full leveling up or whatever it does.
Oh, okay.
But I loved that thing. The little Hershey Kiss shits.
Oh, okay.
You know, when it would poop.
I had just the regular old blob.
The little egg.
Yeah.
Regular old blob.
Yeah, it basically just was a blob.
I know. I loved those so much. I forget who it was. Someone to the Met Gala, like the theme for the Met Gala this year was like technology in fashion, you know?
Oh, okay. I
and
had no idea.
Someone wore, I can't remember what it was, but it was really extra. They just had a fucking Tamagotchi on their lapel of their suit. I was like, dude, was it like Jared Leto? I feel like that was something he would do, you know?
Yeah, it's definitely something he would do.
But I was like, ooh, good. You really got that theme, you know?
I wonder if the Tamagotchi was alive.
I think he was. Maybe not. I don't know.
Interesting. What if Jared Leto this whole time has been keeping a Tamagotchi alive since, like, whenever those started?
Okay, low-key, what if we ordered one?
Oh, my God. What? Do they still make them?
I'm sure they're on Amazon. Amazon, you little bincho. I'm sure you could find one there. I would love... Oh, my God. I'm going to look for the Ariel, the Little Mermaid one. It was so cute. I loved it. It had, like, the coolest music. I bet, like, if I listened to the sounds, it would, like, immediately, like, unlock my history.
Yeah.
You know? It's the key.
We're just going to randomly start taking care of Tamagotchis again.
We're, like, done with plants. We're like, it's fine. We'll go back to our heyday. Password journal. Anyway, what's the next question, Binge?
Okay, the next one. I thought that they called Squeezy Squash, but it's a Squan.
Squash is also acceptable.
He looks like a squash. Do Squan or Lila ever attack your ankles? My cat Paca loves to hide under tables and just go to town on our ankles. It's cute until it's 2 a.m. and you're scared for your life walking to the bathroom.
I feel like Squeezy used to do this, but he grew out of it.
Yeah, Lila does this when she wants you to pay attention to her.
Yeah, like if you're sitting at your desk and you have like a bare ankle, she'll like nibble it a little bit. Like she'll like rub her head furiously against it and then be like, meh, meh, and like nibble you. And it's cute.
Yeah, it's pretty cute.
If like a real child was nibbling my ankle, I'd be really upset. So like...
Squeezy did do that at one point.
Yeah, he used to be like a little swiper, you know? Like he would be under the bed. It was because we had like a bed that actually had space. Yeah, that you go under, yeah. Yeah, and he would like bring his little dingly little paw out.
Yo, I was honestly, when we had that bed, I was sometimes afraid to get out in the middle of the night to go pee because I was afraid he was going to attack my ankles. When I got off the bed, he was a monster under the bed.
Secrets revealed, that's why we have a storage bed. But like honestly,
Fuck you, Squeezy.
I don't like it when they go under there and like you can't get to them. Like, what if there's a fire?
No, yeah, definitely.
They can get under the couch, but they can just move that, you know?
Yeah. Kate said, I am happy you two discussed mental health in the last episode. Made me feel validated, and I'm not at all ashamed. Anyhow, I know you two like zoodles and veggie replacements. Would you ever make cauliflower crust? I'm trying it tonight. Do you mean like a pizza crust?
Yeah, I've heard a lot of people doing this. I have yet to... I mean, okay, so I've never made like homemade pizza.
I don't think I have either.
Yeah, isn't that wild? I never was like a homemade pizza kind of girl, but like I want to get into it, you know?
Yeah.
But
goals.
Cauliflower, like I've done like cauliflower like roasted and like cauliflower steaks, and I know you can make rice out of it and shit.
I'm sure it would be fucking great because cauliflower is so basic, and so you could turn it into like whatever you want.
Cauliflower is basic. But yeah, no, it like absorbs like whatever you put on her. Me with my moisturizers. Chris is spitting.
I'm drinking right now. Please stop.
I don't know what it is, but like maybe I'm just watching too much Jeffree Star videos. But I keep being like, oh yeah, there she is. Like everything. Like I don't know what it is, guys. It's definitely not cool.
Do you ever feel like the YouTube social media world is hard to make friendships in? I've followed a bunch of YouTubers over the years and seen the spread to Instagram, Snapchat, Periscope, etc. Do you ever feel like it's hard to know who's your friend who just wants to connect with you or collab? I've often wondered if any people who have this kind of job ever struggle to make real friendships or have experienced bad ones because of the nature of YouTube.
Oh my god, I love this question.
It's so nuanced.
We can go in, but like I think in the beginning I was just so, like, anyone with a channel, like, I just wanted to, like, get to know, because we all had, like, the same kind of job, and, like, I was still kind of dealing with, like...
It was wild new, and everybody was like, oh, my God.
Wild new and me.
We're all, like, little bops, and we don't know what we're doing. Let's be friends.
All of our real friends at school think we're fucking weird, you know? Like, we wanted to, like, meet people, and I think as it's kind of evolved, like, there are definitely some shady-ass people that will literally just, like... I feel like the way that they make their friendships, they kind of, like... calculate more of like a social circle that's public, but it might not necessarily like reflect who their real friends are, and I stay far away from that. Like I've made most of my friends online. So many of my best friends are YouTubers, and those are the ones that I do my collaborations with because, you know, we really are like good friends. And I feel like the way that you can kind of tell when someone's just trying to use you versus like just genuine, like I really do love your channel and I think like our video together would be lit, you know what I mean? Like there's a difference. And I think it's when, you know, like the first thing that's brought up is a collaboration. Like you haven't even done anything yet. Like you haven't, like, okay, for instance, like there are people that I'm friends with that have smaller channels than me, even though like my channel is nowhere near like huge or anything. And you know, they could possibly like stand to gain something from, you know, doing a collaboration with me maybe if my audience goes to their channel, but like haven't even asked, and we've been friends for like years. You know what I mean? Like those kinds of people, I'm like, okay, I know that they just like
you
or me.
They just like you.
Yeah. Like, I don't know. It's easy to tell the people that are, like, not genuine about it, honestly. And sometimes, like, there's collaborations that go on that are literally just, like, a manager talking to another manager being like, let's share audiences, and it's, like, fucking a business deal. And I'm just gonna say right now, I've never done one of those because I just feel awkward.
I feel like as a viewer, you'd be able to tell how ingenuous it was.
I feel like it's different when it's, like, I've seen some collaborations where it's, like, a celebrity or something. Like, obviously, they're not friends, you know?
I mean, obviously, if you have, like, a celebrity on, it's kind of more like you have a guest star on.
Yeah, that's how I view
that's
that.
a different thing.
But, like, I don't know. I think it's because, like, I don't really feel comfortable filming a video with someone unless I am, like, a friend of theirs. Because then it's, like, I don't know, we already click and we have chemistry on screen. And so that's important to make the video, like, not be uncomfortable, you know? Mm-hmm. So, I don't know. But as far as, like, making friends in the industry and everything, like, mostly you just gotta, like, tweet. Because, you know, it might seem weird and you might feel like they might think you're, like, fangirling or whatever. But, like, if you just, like, let someone know that you love their content and, like, you fave a couple of their tweets and stuff, like, sometimes, like, they'll realize, like, who you are, or they've already seen one of your videos, and then they'll follow you back, and then it just, like, kind of unfolds, like, organically. If you're already mutual, fucking send a DM. Like, I am the type of person that, like, is so afraid of making, like, the first move. Like, Brie, like, we were mutuals for, like, a year, and it took me, like, forever, and she messaged me, and she was like, yo, we follow each other, let's hang out. But, like, sometimes you just gotta do that shit because, like, you know, they might just be like, oh my god, I actually love your videos too, and I've always wanted to talk to you too. Like, you just kind of have to, like, be ballsy.
I feel like that's what you described as how you made friends with, like, all of your YouTube friends. It's just, like, you know, somebody tweeting about things and the other person being like, hey, you're cool.
I'm trying to think of, like, how I became friends with, like, Nicola. Like, I don't even really remember how it all unfolded.
Well, I know we met at some convention and you took a photo with him while he was having ice cream. Oh yeah,
and I straight up fangirled. I was like, oh my god, Nick, like, I love your videos and I've been watching you since, like, you and JP Metz were, like, 11, you know? And then, like, a year later, I think we were at another convention together and he just was, like, not weirded out by my little blobness. And, like, it kind of just, like, happened. I don't know. Yeah.
It's an interesting world.
A lot, like, you gotta, like, comment on other people's shit, too. Like, like, I used to not want to comment on other people's videos or comment on other people's Instagrams, but, like, you know, then they'll, like, if they, you know, click on you and then they're like, oh, like, they're a YouTuber, too. I'll watch their videos, and then, like, it just fucking happens.
Yeah. It's weird, though, because sometimes, you know, this is people, like, you might not see in person because, you know, people live all over the place, and so, like, just, like, you know, talking in, like, just text form can be, like, weird sometimes.
Yeah, I know. I'm a phone kind of bitch. Like, that's the one thing that my anxiety has not fucked me over with, though I hate making, like, appointments, like, scheduling things.
I just hate talking on the phone at any time ever.
Really? I love it. Like, I know we've talked about this
because I'm not good at impromptu things or, like, what's the word I'm looking for?
Like,
improv. Not that I need to improv when I'm on the phone, but, like, you know.
Yeah, you kind of are off the cuff.
Yeah. I mean,
but if it's your friend, it should be, like, chill.
Yeah,
you know? All right. So I think because this is, like, kind of the same topic, I got a question on my Instagram that says, what is your least favorite thing about YouTube? Oh, God. I don't know. I think... there's so many answers for this. Not that I hate, like, everything about YouTube, because, like, I do love YouTube, but there's definitely, like, you know, and with any job or
I mean,
website.
I am not doing YouTube anymore. I did do it for a little bit, but...
What is your least favorite, then?
I didn't have this problem so much probably as, like, you have this problem maybe, but, like, YouTube tends to favor more of the people that are already really popular.
Yeah, it's just algorithms doing that on purpose. That was what I was going to say.
Yeah, like, when it first started, you know, you could have...
Everybody had a chance to end up on the pages.
Especially with, like, YouTube actually doing, like, real-world ads and stuff like that.
Yeah.
They only just do the big people.
Yeah.
And so it's kind of harder to get a start or anything.
I mean, also, like, you'll be surprised, like, the people that make it onto certain pages on YouTube, like, there are also, like, brand deals made there, like, contracts. Like, it's not just, like, everybody has a chance to end up in these popular pages. Like, there are times where, like, a viral video is truly because it is getting, like, quick traction and engagement, like, really fast. But there is, like, a lot of shadiness that also goes on that, and I understand why they do it, because, they just want to promote the people that are bringing the most people to their site. Totally makes sense, but it makes it harder for people, like, even people that already have, like, pretty established channels, even, like, and the sub box thing, like, everybody, like, has this, like, understanding that the sub boxes are broken, but really it's just, like, if you miss someone's video, like, say I'm uploading a video, like, every, like, once a week or twice a week, and say, like, a subscriber of mine, they're subscribed to my channel, they might miss one of my videos, and then as soon as they start doing that, like, if they've, say, like, a subscriber just, like, is not on YouTube for, like, a week, and the more that they, like, might miss a video, the less time I will actually show up in the subscription box, regardless of the fact that you actually subscribe to me. YouTube's like, you don't seem that interested, so we're going to show you this BuzzFeed account that you always, like, have the time for, because, like, these are, like, short and snappy. Yeah. And, like, the other day I was looking through my feed and I realized, I was like, I love my feed, like, everybody I watch in my feed is, like, posting all these videos, but I realize it's because, like, those are the people I actually watch the most, and now there's so many people that I still like and I figured had not been making videos, but apparently have made plenty of videos, and it's because, like, I just might have missed, like, a couple that they're not showing up for me, and it's all kind of fucked up.
I feel like they should have, like, that type of sub box and then just, like, a real-time sub box that's, like, literally just everything that shows up.
It should literally just be, like, an option that you can turn on or off.
Yeah.
To have that, like, how Twitter, like we talked about before, were show me the most relevant posts or whatever, like, they should have
still,
that.
Like, not over the fact that you just unlocked that. Like,
yeah. Well, you know what? That's really stupid, because it's like your sub box should be like, hey, I chose to subscribe to you. Your homepage should be like what they recommend for you. Yeah. And then the trending page should be like what's going viral right now. But the sub box is pretty much like a homepage.
Yep.
And it's like there's no real sub box. And you got to, like, remember people's usernames to type them out to check their channels. And, like, you're not going to remember all the people you subscribe to. Mm-hmm. So that's probably my least favorite part, because it makes it really hard on the creators to, like, reach their subscribers.
It's like complicated ass behind the scenes shit going on here.
You'd think, like, great comments. Like, no, literally this problem. That's the only problem. And also, I think their editing service on YouTube, like, is kind of shitty.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
I know they keep improving it, but, like...
All right, here's a question of a totally different topic. Researchers in Australia have apparently developed a cat personality test. Thoughts?
Ooh, I'll take it.
I mean, I'll take it personally for me, and then I'll also give it for the cats.
Like, what kind of cat are you?
Is that what it is, or is it like
cat personalities?
Cat personalities.
Do you
have?
I
would love to test the cats with a test that was actually made for cats,
and they're so different. Like, it would be so great.
I want to know what the different types of personalities for a cat is.
Is Squeezy normal, or is he shady, shifty? Squeezy?
Is it like 16 personalities just for cats?
Yeah, I would love to know. So if anyone has a link,
that'd be
hit
great.
us up.
What would you do if caffeine was suddenly classified as a Category 1 drug, making coffee illegal?
Would decaf still happen?
Oh, interesting. I guess decaf would still happen, yes.
What about, like, I guess tea would be gone too. I guess I would probably just move on to something like a real
soda
drug.
would be gone too.
Just kidding. I'm joking.
No, honestly,
he's like, honestly, yes, let's do this.
The like whole community would just collapse. Like,
we'd all be dead.
So many people are legit addicted to caffeine.
I know.
Like,
I get fucking headaches if I don't have it.
It's like the number one addicted to drug in the nation. So, like,
I think I would just have to move on to, like, insane amounts of sugar.
Yeah.
Or,
we
like,
all get sugar highs.
A high fiber diet. I would carb the fuck up, and that would help me stay alert and energized.
Oh my god.
And
I guess it's making us healthier.
And that too. I mean, honestly, cutting coffee is probably, like, the best move in all aspects of my life.
But it's never happening.
I'd be drinking a lot of juice.
Ooh, yes.
Gotta say. Okay. Please talk about yours and Chris's skincare routines in detail.
Oh my god!
I mean, mine's like 9 steps.
How much time do you guys have?
I'm not going to go through products or anything, but let's just say it's like it's part of my night where it's like, oh, I'm winding down, as Adrian would say.
Washing away the day.
Yeah, washing away the day, even if I didn't go anywhere. Like, the emotions of the day. I don't know. Like, I feel like I'm ready to, like, take it all on tomorrow. Like, I'm resetting when I do this. Like, when I'm having an awful day, like, say I, like, have a horrible, like, afternoon and I come home and it's, like, only 3, like, even me doing that is just like, okay, we're doing this. I mean, hey, you, like, wear sunscreen regularly, so that's awesome.
You know, I'm making steps, guys.
He's making moves.
I wash my face with acne clearing Murad stuff, and then, you know, I put on an acne solution, and then I put on a moisturizer. Sometimes I do a mask if I'm feeling, you know, extra, if I need it.
I pretty much am always masking.
Yeah.
But
masking your emotions.
But that's true also. But yeah, I don't know. I just like it. It's not hard to put 2 products on your face, though. Like, come on, men. Moisturize.
Come on, guys. We can do this.
You got to.
Really?
There's nothing feminine about having non-leathery skin.
Yeah.
It works, though, man. It really does. Like, when I was having, like, the most volcanic chin, for, like, a year, my chin was just, like, it was my emotions, like, protruding out. Yeah. My emotions were, like, leaching out of my chin. For, like, a whole year, I was so active. And, like, Murad saved my life.
I'm like,
fucking sponsored. Oh, my God. Can you imagine?
Oh, that would...
We should hit up their PR.
That would be great. I would love that.
I know. I would honestly scream. Okay.
Would you and Rachel ever move to LA? I'm not going to say, like, 100% never, because I don't know what the future
Never
holds.
Say never.
But highly unlikely.
I could not picture it. That's how I'm feeling with this answer.
Yes.
However, I'm going to move into Nick's house with Warden. Okay. How have you guys made friends in Seattle? And Chris, how did you meet people at work? I started a new job in my state's major city this summer, and I have 0 friends right now. Girl, it is fucking hard. Like, it is
really
not
hard, especially when you're not in, like, a school situation.
Yeah. Online.
People might knock it, but it's proven effective.
I would literally, like, on Instagram, I would, like, look in the Seattle hashtag, and I would try to find, like, other bloggers and YouTubers in Seattle, and I'd follow them, and, like, shit like that fucking helped. A lot of people also moved to Seattle, which was helpful, but, like, I would not, you know, recommend that always is gonna happen.
But, like...
The internet, really...
Why not just go to a place where you can go to specific communities where you know you'll have things in common?
Yeah.
Instead of just, like, going to a random bar or something like that, or hoping that you might find somebody that likes things that you do. Yeah.
I mean, I feel like those are, like, so, like, spur of the moment. Like, they might not always happen. I mean, like, also becoming a regular at a cafe or, like, I don't know, like, even where you get your hair done, like, becoming friends with your hairdresser or something, like, being a regular anywhere can also help. You might even make friends with people that are also regulars at the same time as you, not even necessarily, like, the people that work there. Mm-hmm. But, I mean, that's always helpful, too. But, yeah, it's definitely rough. And meeting people at work is, like, always weird because, like...
You're working.
And
it's like, you know, you have the way that you speak at work.
Yeah, like, nobody knows the real cross at your job.
Like, when I got hired with, like 25 other people. We were in a training class for, like, 6 weeks. So, like... I got to make some friends in there because we were hanging out. It was basically like school for 6 weeks.
Yeah, like orientation.
So that's like how I made friends. And then, like, you know, I don't know what your place is like, but I'm just in like rows of cubicles. And so, like, I was just, you know,
a little isolated.
Well, I was just making friends with my cubicle neighbors. You know?
Okay.
So
cubicle neighbors.
Making small talk and everything like that.
Yeah.
That's basically what I've done.
Okay, I like this question. I'm from Pennsylvania too, Reading, and I want to move to Washington after I graduate from college.
Oh my God, copycat.
Oh my God, stop it. What's the vibe there? Demographics you've noticed, tax, price of living in comparison to PA, give me everything, I need help. Okay, the vibe is definitely like, I don't know, it's just like young, I feel.
This is going to be for Seattle and not for Washington as a whole. Because
Seattle, there's a different vibe outside there.
Basically, everything outside of Seattle is like...
You drive an hour north and it's like Trump everywhere.
Yeah.
So just be careful. It's definitely like a dusty green vibe. That's literally
the vibe.
I would say like it is like a young city. There's a lot of young people. You'll see a lot of like tech geeks that are working at like all the different things. There is like a hint of pretentiousness, I feel like, in some circles, but I try to avoid those kinds of people because yikes. And I would also say like and, everyone, it's cloudy. We're all like in a scarf, and I feel like everybody is very like introverted here. But I feel like you meet some really nice people. Like, I feel like everyone, especially the people that are, like, working at all the businesses that I go to, are so fucking nice.
Mm-hmm. I'd also say that, like, I think a lot of people here are more cultured.
Yeah. There's a lot more art out here. There's a lot of music.
Yeah.
Yeah, the food is really great. If you love any sort of Asian cuisine, you've got it.
Yeah.
Because we've got it. I mean, especially Thai food. And also, I feel like it's a very outdoorsy city. Mm-hmm. Even though the rain is, like, a thing, but I feel like everyone's hiking. Athletic wear is very in. And also, like, not that I was seeing a lot of full glam in PA. I don't know. Maybe nowadays, because Instagram made, like, glam makeup, like, super, like, accessible, I feel like, to everyone.
Yeah.
But up here, like, I feel like people, like, you rarely see a bra being used. And I kind of love it.
I love that.
I love that I can, like, go out of the house with, like, tits sagging, moisturizer heavily applied, and, like, no one is upset. Like, I like that. But, yeah.
I also feel that, like, the grumpiness of, like, New York and New Jersey seeped into PA. And so, like, people are, like, more temperamental and, like...
A lot of yelling in PA.
A lot of yelling, basically.
Here, everyone's like, oh, yeah, I'll wait. Like, I've never seen... Okay, honking, like, doesn't even happen.
It does not exist. I think everybody's, like, horns are... I was going to say everybody's honks are disabled. everybody's horns.
I feel like anytime I hear someone really, like, laying on their horn, I'm like, yo, what's
really
going on
up
there? Yeah, like, but, it's definitely interesting.
We're just having a good time out here, guys.
Yeah.
You can come.
We hope you enjoy it. Okay, I love this question. If you could make up a new Hogwarts house, what would it be called, and what would the people who are in it be like?
Oh my god, that's interesting.
I would probably call it, like, Binchelgriff.
Oh my god.
And it would be everyone was super introverted, but also really chill. We were like the funny meme trash.
Oh my
Hogwarts house.
Like, you just have, like...
We're here with the jokes, but we're also very shy.
Like, their crest is just Pepe.
Yeah, like something lame.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah, so that's what I would do, Binchelgriff.
Oh my god, 10 points to Binchelgriff.
Yeah, can you imagine? And like our logo or the animal would be like the moon emoji or something.
Oh shit.
What would yours be?
Oh my god, I could do like Chunkle Puff.
And that's like really happy. Everyone there is like super into the arts.
That you cannot piss off anybody in Chunkle Puff.
Yeah,
they're just
like,
having a great time.
Me. Okay, I love this also. What fear is holding you back from fulfilling your dreams?
Holy shit.
All of them.
Wow,
Everything.
that's a lot.
Yo, the fear of embarrassing myself. That's so stupid. I know there's like all these quotes that's like, you're fucking yourself over basically because of your fear of like embarrassing yourself. I think it's a RuPaul's quote, and it's so true.
I get that, yeah.
I don't enjoy 98% of life because I'm afraid of looking stupid. And, that's the anxiety. And I hate it because it really does limit me and it makes me feel like I can't do things or I have to really, like, prep to get to do things. And I hate that. And I think I'm working on it.
Mm-hmm. You definitely are.
I'm making strides, making moves.
I'd say the fear of failure.
Yeah.
Because, like, a lot could go wrong if I, like, fail at certain things. Like, if I, like, failed at, like, work or something like that, it'd be really bad. I don't know.
Yeah.
So I just, like, kind of want to keep things safer sometimes, and I don't want to, like, branch out for some opportunities.
You're not as risky because you're more about the stability. I get you.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm still in that right now after what happened last year. I'm happy with stable. I'm like so happy with stable. But
Chris is like now he's just like super scarred for life about like losing a job that like even though everything at work is going great.
No, honestly, I'm getting told like every other day like I'm doing a good job. I'm still like I'm paranoid. Like,
I'm gonna get fired.
I'm
like,
so paranoid.
I know it sucks. Thanks, Microsoft. Anyway, next question. Do you have one, Chris?
I've wanted to start a YouTube channel for a while now, as a way to express myself, but every time I talk about it to others, they always give me negative feedback.
Whoa.
I've posted one video, but my peers' negativity is weighing me down. Any tips? Wow, that's really fucked up.
Whoa, get some new peers. That's so rude.
What the fuck? Like, come on, this is 2016. Everybody knows of YouTube.
Everybody's got online content. Like, come on.
What?
I mean, okay, honestly, go to the Report of the Week's YouTube channel. He is so true to himself. He doesn't let any naysayer make him change a single goddamn thing about his channel. He's just sticking to his food reviews. He's iconic.
He's a beacon of strength.
Yeah, he is. And like, honestly, and like, I'm not being bullshit. Like, I swear to God, like, I respect this fucking man so much.
Yeah.
And like, if he can fucking make endless videos and went from being like no one to being bullied AF, like he was getting so much hate, to being like idolized, having support groups about him on Reddit.
Yeah.
You can do anything, man. Like, honestly. I mean, look at some of the trash that's popular. Like, anyone, you know what I mean? Like, if you're making good content and you like the content that you're making, fuck anyone.
Mm-hmm. And try and, you know, take some advice from the advice that we gave earlier for making peers online, and, you know, make some new peers that are in the online space.
Like, I luckily, like, I made my YouTube channel when I was in college, and I know that a lot of my friends that made theirs in high school, like, they kept it a secret, and, like, when it came out, like, people bullied the fuck out of them, and I think that is so fucked up. But honestly,
high schoolers bully for any reason.
I know. Literally, you could use the wrong eraser, and they're like, "Oh my God, I cannot believe she's still using the slanted pink." That is so last week. We all have
the square white one.
Yeah, the square white is where it's at. Like, also fucked up. Also low key. Did you ever like draw things on your erasers?
All the time.
Me
I
too.
do that all the fucking
the
time.
S.
And then I always used to take another eraser, and I'd be like, I'm erasing my eraser.
Yeah, I know.
Or was that just me? Am I a loser?
No, I did it too. Okay, so we got a question here from Rebecca, and she said, Rachel, you've mentioned that you don't drive, and I was wondering if that has anything to do with your anxiety, and if you've ever felt pressure to get your license from people in your life right now. I can relate. And a lot of people echoed this. They were like, you know, I don't drive, but I live in a place where I need to drive. And
yeah.
Okay, before I moved to Seattle, this was like a huge, like, shitty part of my life, pretty much, was the fact that I couldn't drive. I wasn't independent in that way. And the part of it was because, like, the pressure to get my license was non-existent. Like, my parents didn't want us to ever be able to drive because they're weird.
Yeah, very weird.
Interesting. My mother, who is like over 50, also does not drive. To put it into perspective here. So we lived in a house where it was like, you don't need to achieve that one.
Yeah.
So there was like no pressure. But then once I got to like a certain age where I was like, this is annoying, I need to get to work. I was working at Starbucks and having to rely on neighbors for rides. It was the most, it gave me more anxiety than I think of having a license would have.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh my God, getting to work was like the worst thing. And so, I mean, my advice for you is, if you think that it's like harder for you to get yourself going to different places, or having to rely on other people, or like feeling like dependent, that's the part that really bothered me. Before we moved to Seattle, like before that was our goal, we spent one summer, Chris was teaching me how to drive, because that was something that I really wanted to do. And we got like the booklet, and I was like doing all of that, and I was going to do it. And then we were like, okay, well, actually, we're going to end up moving to Seattle, and you're not going to need to know how to do it for... so if you can't move to a city, like... I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know where I'm going with this. It was definitely a struggle, though, because Pennsylvania, you know, you needed to be able to drive to get around.
Yeah, and not, like you said, now that we're here, it's definitely not a pressure at all, because I don't even have a car and barely drive as it is.
Yeah, I feel like a weight has lifted off me, because now all I have to do is, first of all, I carry myself my own 2 legs. I walk myself everywhere. I, like, love how much walking I get to do. But also, like, you know, I hate having to be an Uber, and I might have a terrible experience, but I feel so, like, confident knowing that I can get my ass anywhere I need to go without having to ask anyone. And, I mean, I guess technically with Uber you are asking someone, but, like, I'm paying for it. So, like, it's fine.
I personally think that if you can avoid it, avoid
learning how to drive.
Hey, less pollution, but like...
I'm not driving right now, basically, except for zip cars every once in a while, and
we go grocery shopping.
I'm enjoying it. I'm loving it so much. I love that I'm just walking everywhere, taking an Uber, and
Plus,
driving every once in a while.
pain in the ass.
It's so much upkeep and so much stress, and driving is just a very stressful activity and a dangerous activity. People forget just like how dangerous driving
that's
is.
half the reason why I don't want to do it, because now that I'm here, I'm like, well, this is like the worst area to learn how to drive, because it's like, it's not suburban driving, it's like city aggressive driving. So like, I'm already kind of nervous if I want to have the skill, because if there's ever an emergency, I would love to be able to know that I could get in a car and get my, save someone, or like get my shit out of the way. I don't know, but I think, don't beat yourself up if, like, you're taking longer than, like, your friends or stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, think about my fucking 55-year-old mom. She doesn't drive. I mean, it's not ideal because you are relying on other people and it sucks, but, like, don't beat yourself up over it. Like, I used to have people, like, drag me for it. I was like, okay.
Especially if you're able to, like, be like, I'll chip in for gas or whatever. If
I was the
carpooling
gas binge. I was probably buying more gas for people than, like, I would have, I don't know. I would if I had a car. Like,
I know that, like, you didn't receive pressure from your parents or anything to get a license, but I feel like you've definitely received pressure from, like, just peers. Like, that, like, oh my God. You can't drive. Like, we have to drive. We have to do this. You can never drive.
Yeah, that was, like, and I hated it because, like, all my friends had their cars, and I didn't want to be like, that bitch you always have to pick up or take home. Ugh.
Yeah.
That was the worst. Being at a party and, like, having to have a friend take you home because your parents don't want to take... Yeah, my parents were not helpful. They were like, we're not driving you anywhere, and we're not picking you up. I got a ride with my neighbor to graduation, remember? Like, not helpful. But then I met Chris, and he helped me, and then I felt like immensely guilty. I used to like try to overly justify everything. I'd be like, well, you have to go to the grocery store, so I guess I can tag along. Like, it's not me like asking for a ride. It's like we're already gonna go there,
Yeah, you were apologize every time you wanted to go anywhere for like riding.
I would like only get in the car with him if I knew that it would benefit him. And I hated when I first started going to therapy. I remember my junior year, that was something that obviously is only for me. I'm the only one that has to be there, and you would have to take me to my appointment because it was really far away. And I remember feeling so guilty that I wasn't able to get there myself, and I was like making you take a day off from work so that you would be around, or like I forget how that worked.
I'm not sure.
I think like you just didn't work that afternoon, like you switched your
my
shift.
times were all over the fucking place. So.
Yeah, it was like I hated like I felt like I was like a fucking burden, but it was just like, now that I like think about it, like I'm just so grateful that you were like just so, of course I'll be able to take you to therapy. I don't care if I have to rework my entire life around being able to get you there. Like I want to get you the help that you need. And I know that like if I were living at home and trying to go to therapy, my parents were definitely not going to drive me.
Yeah.
And that was why I never got to go. Mm-hmm. Anyway, basically the moral of the story is I totally understand where you're coming from. And it's...
Don't let other people pressure you into getting it if you don't need it right now.
Like, some people, like, that's all they want to do. Like, as soon as they turn 15 or 16 or whatever, they're like, oh, yeah. And, like, I never felt like, oh, I need to do this. I was, like, always scared. I don't know.
I feel you on that.
Yeah. Were you, like, the type that you got it, like, done immediately?
I got my learner's permit, like... as soon as I could, but then I got really lazy with it, and I waited a whole year to get my actual license.
Oh, okay.
Because I just, like, did not go out and practice or anything.
I would have friends that would, like, have, like, alarms on their phone, like, ready for the day that they could go get their thing. And what is it? Like, you have to just wait 24 hours before you can get your license after you get the permit?
No, it was... if you are under 18, it was like 3 or 6 months.
Oh, yeah. The Cinderella shit.
Yeah.
That was the worst.
Then, like, after you turn, like, 18, then you could do it in, like, 24 hours or something like that.
I had friends that would get it, like, they would get their license or they would get their permit or whatever, and then, like, as soon as they were able to get their license, they went in and got it. And, like, I had friends that would turn 18 and do it. Because a lot of my friends that didn't want to do the whole Cinderella thing, because that was honestly more trouble than it was worth to be able to drive.
Yeah, because you have to have a person 21 or over in the car.
No, it's when you can't go home.
Well, that's what the permit is.
Oh, yeah, the permit. I'm talking about the Cinderella license, like when you're underage still.
Yeah, that's just until you have your license, but you are under 18.
Like, you had to be home by 11. So many things can happen. Traffic, an accident, I don't know, other stuff.
I have a life and I just want to go do something.
Oh my God. Because I was like, you know, I'm dependent on the friends for the ride. So at that time, like, I would always have to, like, go home with Dan, you know, at, like, fucking 10 o'clock at the party, you know, because, like, he was my ride home and, like, the center. I was like, not going to complain, but...
When I worked at Regal, I was there until midnight. And I was working there when I was 17. I used to have to get notes from my managers to just have with me in case I got pulled over.
Oh my God, I would be so anxious about it.
Yeah.
And you know, people in PA, the cops, they're so bored out there.
They would do something. Over. Yeah, definitely.
It's so true. Okay. How does Chris's hair get so high? Is it full of secrets?
Yes, it is. That's just all the hot air coming out of my head. No, I'm just kidding.
What do you use? It's a Davines product.
Is that how you say it?
Yeah, I don't know. Like, they sent me a box of shit like a million years ago, and one of the things was like a fucking like hair wax that I could never use, but you were like, I'll give it a whirl, and it fucking like is amazing.
Yeah, it like doesn't make my hair look oily, and it honestly, like, the day that I do it, then I sleep on it for a day, and then the next day it's like amazing. Yeah. I don't know what happens, but like, it's pretty great.
I love it. It smells, and I feel like it's going to last forever. Maybe we'll tweet it.
If Rachel had to take robust or fuck out of her vocab, which would it be?
Ooh, I would get rid of robust. I can't get rid of fuck. I say that too much.
That's just like, you know, it's an adjective.
It's
a verb. It's a noun. Like,
robust
it's so many things.
Robust I only throw out there every once in a while. I feel like I actually haven't used her in a while.
I was just thinking that, like, you really haven't been that robust lately.
I know. Oh my God. That's so rude.
God. You've been more lit.
Oh my God. I just realized that you're not going to be able to call me a robust reddo anymore.
Oh shit. You're just robust.
Now I'm going to be a binchy blonde.
Oh.
Interesting. Okay. Choose 3 simple things that never fail to make you happy. Mine are goats, green beans, and Smith Palm in Massachusetts. That's a great one. I would say my cats.
Yes.
A great moisturizer. And...
Ooh. Thinking.
I'm thinking. I feel like I'm going to have to go with Fleetwood Mac.
Okay.
There they are.
I'm going to say a shower.
Okay.
A shower always makes me feel good. Yeah. It's generic, but a good meal. Mm-hmm. I couldn't pick a single one.
No one cares what constitutes good, you know? It's
like, what I just think is a good meal. And then you.
Oh, I was going to say you, but I didn't want to be a dork.
Well, I'll be a dork.
I know. I was just like, I don't think they want to hear this kind of shit. So Fleetwood Mac, then you. Just kidding. Okay.
And, like, you and the chunks all.
Yeah, like, you guys are all packaged.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Package deal.
Honestly, though. My fam. What kind of voices do you think Lila and Squeezy would have? Okay, Lila definitely is a soprano.
Yeah, she's definitely got that really high, airy voice.
Now, I don't think Squeezy is a very deep voice, TBH.
No.
I feel like he's got, like, a voice that breaks a lot. You know, like, crackly or,
He's just perpetually in puberty.
Yeah.
I love that. Oh, Squanum.
Poor Squan, that's the worst. I feel for you. Okay, based on the Dungeons & Dragons scale of good to bad, lawful good, chaotic neutral, etc., what would you rank the cats? Okay, Squeezy, do you know what this is?
No.
Oh my God, why do I know this? I mean, okay, TBH, guys, I thought this was just from the meme and not Dungeons & Dragons. So, fucking, you can all kill me now. I think Squeezy is chaotic evil. And I would say Lila is chaotic good.
Ooh, yeah.
They're both chaotic.
Yeah.
But,
that's
great.
I
don't even know if he's evil. I would say maybe chaotic neutral.
Okay.
Lila's definitely chaotic good, but
He's got a little bit of tenderness to his heart.
Yeah, it's true. He's not evil. I don't think he has bad intentions. I just think he's, like, questionable.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
What is the worst millennial-related stereotype you have faced? How did you react?
Oh, I think, like, the laziness one is so annoying.
Yeah.
Because, like, usually we're just all fucking broke.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
we're not lazy. We just don't have any money because you took it.
Yeah, we just binge watch Netflix because we have no money to do anything else.
No, it's because, yeah, exactly. Thank you. Or, like, I think the worst is when there's, like, the idea that, like, you're not achieving enough at the same rate as, like, your forefathers, you know?
Yeah,
what I mean? Like,
exactly.
by the time I was 12, I had a 16-apartment home and a 401k. Like, that's just not achievable here. Now a college degree is, like, not even a thing that... You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Now it's, yeah. So I think that kind of thing where people forget that, like, times have changed and getting a fucking house right out of fucking high school is, like, not feasible.
And
for
starting a
most
family,
people.
like...
Yeah, and, or, like, just the idea that, like, millennials are shitty if, like, they do chase their career, though, instead of having a family. It's like, you want us to be, like, not lazy, so we want to chase our careers, right? But you also are, like, pissed that we're not settling down quick enough. Like, it's all fucked.
Confusing. I'd say also, like, you know, being selfish, even though I don't think we're selfish. We just, you know, realize we can do things for ourselves.
Yeah. Realize that, like, we want to have more to life than, like, just going through the motions of what is expected of us.
Like, we want to take pictures of ourselves and say that we look good.
I think it's stupid because, like, I'm going to be so happy when I'm older to be able to have all of these photos of us, all these photos of myself, what I looked like at different ages. Like, there's, like, you know, your parents and shit, like, they don't have, like, the amount of photos that we have, you know, they have, like, definitely. The big moments, but they don't have, like, the in-between, like, what your everyday life looked like when you were 21, you know? Like, I'm glad that I'll be able to have that, especially with the cats' lives.
We got more. We got cataloged, like, video shit. We got so much stuff.
We have
like,
podcasts to listen to. Like, picture us being old as shit. We're long done doing this, but we sit down and we listen to this podcast to remember what, like, the life was like. Exactly,
what we were struggling with at the time. So everything like that.
That would be interesting, I would say.
This is really random, but I asked my mom today if she knew where the picture of me in my corncob Halloween outfit was, and she's not sure, but I think she's going to look for it. So let's hope that appears.
Let's hope that we can get
this.
Fabulous.
All right, guys, so we've got the bench list pulled up here. The benches are in the world of Los Santos, GTA 5.
Shut up. Oh, my God. It's news to me, guys.
So you guys can stick around to hear that. Otherwise, this has been a lovely kind of questions-based episode, guys.
Yeah, we'll, I was going to say tomorrow you'll have the Paulina episode, but it's not tomorrow.
On Sunday, you'll have the Paulina episode.
Yes, so stay tuned for that one, and we'll see you guys later.
Yeah, this is not going to clink. It's not going to work.
This is paper hitting paper.
Yep.
It was something.
That might have been something. So, hey, benches, how you doing?
How are you all today?
Yeah, so I hope some of you guys have played Grand Theft Auto 5, because that's where we're going to today. If not,
then you're along for what's going to be a fucked up ride. All right, so let's start it off with Carissa, who is carousing through the streets of Los Santos.
Nicole is paying way too much to repair this nick in their motorcycle.
Sarah Booth is buying a mask from the booth on the beach.
Nicole Allen is running away from the cops down this alley.
Allison Sense thinks this mission makes absolutely no sense.
Hunter Curtis is hunting for hidden items.
Megan Rackley is racking up a 5-star wanted level. Yikes.
Jasmine Moyer is listening to some Jazz Worldwide FM.
My favorite. Skylar Medley is soaring through the sky in a fighter jet.
Taylor Collins is calling a mugger to attack their friend.
Heather Ann is looking for animals in the wilderness.
Sloan Fuller's garage couldn't be fuller.
Emma Corbeil is waiting on a corner for their mechanic to deliver their car. He never stays long.
Danielle Manus is yelling at the people who just exploded their car.
Kate Convery is listening to the conversation the NPCs are having, which are always interesting.
Angelica Feliz is a felon on the run.
Carolyn Arcese is shopping for a new car on the Southern San Andreas Super Autos menu.
Jennifer Cornwell is landing a plane in this cornfield.
You love that corn. Sophia Cock is getting a little cocky since winning a lot of races.
Ash Rozelle just turned this bike into ashes with a grenade launcher.
Cody Castillo is looking up some cheat codes.
Beth Fonseca is scaring sunbathers on the beach.
Cornelia Thulin is flying off the course during a race.
Sophie Adams is adding a new car to their garage.
Jessica Comero is admiring the rows of custom cars they've acquired.
Christina Contreras is contriving the best plan for this heist.
Contriving, that's a good one. Megan Grint is grinning after just purchasing a new apartment.
Jade Holden is holding a sticky bomb.
Scary. Allison Dowell is stuck downloading the latest update.
Catherine Simpson is simply overwhelmed with the haircut selection.
Me too. Bridget Carey Davis drove off a bridge to get a stunt jump.
Marlene Naj is staying back to be a martyr for their team.
Gio Castro is in a lot of trouble after blowing up someone's car.
Taylor Van Eedy is driving a van up Mount Chiliad.
Cater Liriano is leering at the person throwing bombs from atop the maze bank.
Rebecca O'Donnell is beckoning everyone to their apartment for a party.
Kelsey Gillis is taking a seat in the tattoo parlor.
Brittany Chella needs a few more dollars to buy this supercar.
Kendall Berg is getting incredibly drunk on some bourbon in the apartment.
Allie McGregor is in an alley calling in an airstrike.
Megan Grilly is customizing the grill of their SUV.
Chloe Killip is killing this round of top fun.
Katie Hart thinks this heist is way too hard.
Ian Murphy is in a submarine exploring the murky depths.
Cassandra Buckout is riding an ATV down the sandy beach.
Maddie Pullman is running over light poles with a tank.
Amanda Marie is amazed by all the different things there are to do.
Jane Shell is shelling out big bucks at Los Santos Customs.
Jackie Bergiulio is buying a jacket at Ponsonby's.
Camellia Malky is getting mauled by a mountain lion.
Caitlin Whalen is looking for whales but got eaten by a shark instead.
Hannah Neely is kneeling to eat this peyote plant.
Those are always fucked. Lucy Ravenscroft is lucky to be alive after crashing their jet into an apartment building.
Cody Robinson is robbing the convenience store.
Tegan Anderson is taking a gander at the selection at Ammunition.
Lauren Siobhan is shifting their pose trying to hide from the slasher.
Oh, I hate that thing. Taco Roach is blowing up a taco van.
Allison Francois is frankly over this playlist.
Haley Cadwaller is hailing a cab to take them to their apartment.
Sarah Seaman is stranded at sea.
Maddie Kendall is mad that no one is helping during their latest heist.
Dana Daly plays daily and has a ton of cash and XP.
Megan Wilson had the will to complete the game 100%.
Jackie Lampo is in the closet of their apartment trying on different jackets.
Me. Claire Wood would rather be playing Viva Pinata. Also me.
Kelly Adams is adding the Vinewood glamour makeup look to their character.
Hannah Peterson has finally got their hands on a yacht, which is like $10 million. What the fuck?
Jenna Gordonier is near someone with a large bounty.
Sasha Smith is dodging shards of exploding cars.
Sarah is scared while playing slasher mode.
Bridget Dubin is flying a helicopter under bridges.
Grayson Clark is racing to the next checkpoint.
Lynn Vance is taking advantage of sale on shark cards.
Hillary Gay is playing a game of darts.
Anna Hernandez is wearing an animal mask and freaking everyone out.
Jennifer Holtz has a car riddled with holes after being caught in a firefight.
Courtney White is getting some white shirts at Suburban.
Elizabeth Doles is admiring the bathroom in their new apartment.
Shelley Smith is looking for shelter from the people attacking them.
Mackenzie Knight is sneaking around the woods at night.
And Rachel Evans will eventually get to their waypoint.
All right. So what are the other benches doing in GTA 5?
I would say the rest of the benches are playing on one of those hacked game types that I love to play.
Yeah.
Whatever the Armageddon one is, where it's like planes are crashing down on a bridge and there's shards of metal everywhere and everyone is dead.
Yeah, that's the one I was thinking of with like the shards and whoever was dodging shards.
Shards.
That's what I was thinking of.
Yeah, that's what everybody else is doing.
All
so
right.
we've got Stephanie Boscovich,
Allie Malone,
Mariah Hanna,
Kathleen Wynn,
Elena Barcia,
Zoe Yarmolick,
Elizabeth Hallbrook,
Hannah May,
Rose Barnett,
Jax,
and Megan Preyes.
Thank you guys so much.
Thank you to the Benjos for keeping the show afloat in the GTA waters.
It means a lot to us, guys.
And if you haven't played GTA, it's a fun game. It's definitely not very PC in certain ways.
Yeah.
It's probably problematic in most ways, but it's supposed to be a satire, right?
It is a satirical game.
That's what they say. But I made my GTA character look as beautiful as possible.
It is honestly a work of art.
It's a feat.
It's amazing that you did it so well.
And sometimes I cover up his face with an owl mask, and he looks very wise.
He does.
Well, anyway, thanks for having a cup of coffee with us, or more appropriately, a latte.
Yes.
Emphasis on the tay. Taylor Collins. Yeah.
We will see you guys on Sunday with Paulina.
Yes. Bye.
Bye.
That was a HeadGum podcast.